Meredith, can you start with just giving your name, title, and who you work for and what you do?
I'm Meredith Lambert. I work with the Conco companies, and we're a large commercial concrete contractor. And I am sort of the detailing manager that manages the construction portion of our VDC department.
Awesome. Awesome. And how long have you been with Conco?
Oh, I first started back in 2006 as an independent contractor, and so on and off for a number of years until I came on full time in 2013. Yeah, 13.
Okay.
So full time since then, full steam
Awesome.
ahead.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you. So, Meredith, can you tell me a little bit about what your guys' process was at Conco for collaborating on Revit models previous to looking at Autodesk BIM 360?
So prior to looking at that, we have two main offices. We have an office in Northern California in Concord, which is our headquarters, and we have servers that we house a lot of our project files on in both in Concord and in our Kent office here in the Seattle area. And what we have project folders that house the project information, but we also have kind of a design folder, I'll call it, where we house our AutoCAD drawings and Revit files. So worked fairly well with the bulk of our workforce in the office. Our server speeds within our office were really fast. As we grew and we started doing more work between offices, and the servers had to start talking to each other over a longer distance, here to Concord and also here to Southern California in our Fontana office, that those speeds started to slow down. And as our models grew, the sync times were increasing. So we were noticing that there was a significant decrease in the speed with which we could sort of save and sync our models. So we always used work share models because we
Mhm.
have a number of people working on the same project because they tend to be quite large.
Sure.
And recently we've gotten more and more people who've desired or necessitated, it's been necessitated that they work at home.
Okay.
So even pre-COVID, we were
Yeah.
seeing a trend towards more like, I'm going to work at the office 3 days a week and I'm going to work from home 2 days a week.
Gotcha.
Mostly commute times and just other factors in people's
Yeah.
lives that we were
Absolutely.
willing to accommodate.
Awesome. Seems like it's a good place to work for.
I hope so.
Very cool. Um, Now, when you guys were looking at BIM 360, um, initially, did it come from some clients that were asking to have you guys collaborate with them on Revit models, contractors or architects? Or was it more so that you guys were just looking for a better solution to speed up some of that collaboration since your models were increasing in size and looking just to get better performance?
We were really looking at the performance aspect. We had two large clients who were using the predecessor to BIM 360, which was the glue product. And because we'd been on that, I guess we got started getting marketing emails. And I think the main thing that really sent us very quickly down this path was I remember sitting in the meeting with someone, and I don't remember who I should attribute this to, but somebody said, your increase in your sync time, the decrease in your sync time, the increase in your speed of syncing, you will have BIM 360 pay for itself. And it has definitely delivered on that,
Awesome.
particularly for some of our large projects. We went from maybe 30 minutes for a sync down to under 2 minutes.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, and doing that with billable work and so forth, that, to your point, helps pay for the product itself pretty quickly.
Yes, it was incredible. I didn't believe them. I'm like, well, if it does
Yeah.
what you say is going to, then I will be completely happy. And
Yeah.
for that alone, um, that's why we wanted to get into it. But now we've used so many other features of it, and we're
Yeah.
constantly learning more features and rolling out more ways to use it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You kind of already went into kind of my next question, but if you could maybe even more so elaborate or kind of reiterate what you were saying there is, what has the feedback been from your team in Conco with the experience with BIM 360? I mean, you spoke to the significant decrease in the amount of time it takes to sync a Revit model, but overall, has the feedback been really strong and people are really pleased with it?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's displeased with it at all. The modelers in particular, it's a lot smoother interface to open um, and save and sync your drawings. Just being able to have 4 and 5 people working in the same model without versioning issues, to be able to have models in a central source has been really positive. And also integrating that with the download capability, the remote download for our layout team in the field. So our layout manager can be on site, and if we make a change, he can, and we post and publish to BIM 360, he can download the brand new, fully updated, hey, we got these embeds yesterday and now they're in the model, and you can get them from the job site and get them in your survey instrument. So that the ability to transfer that information without having to FTP into the server, copy a model down, make sure you're not going to overwrite somebody else's work, has just been phenomenal.
That's awesome. And you mentioned too, Meredith, that you guys, initially were using it to collaborate and kind of get away from the server type of workflow. But you also mentioned that you guys are looking at all just different ways to continue to invest in the platform and use it for different ways. If you guys had any experience and what else you're doing with BIM 360?
So we've started adding our project managers, our project engineers, and our superintendents to the BIM 360 docs portion. And that way they're able to we have many of our models of our buildings we have published 3D views of each floor individually. We've saved screen captures of tricky areas that might be difficult to conceptualize. So um, the superintendent in the field, he can pull it up on his laptop or his iPad and be able to understand, if we have sort of a scissor condition at a ramp, sometimes those are really hard for the carpenters in the field
Hmm.
to get their head around how those slabs are going to interact. And being able to pull up a 3D view and spin it around for an apprentice or an intern type carpenter level person really helps them visualize what they need to construct to provide the adequate formwork for the concrete.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's really nice to hear you say that you kind of got it for one reason initially in the beginning,
Yeah.
and then now you're just continuing to invest your guys' time into the platform and use it for more and more use cases. So it's cool that you guys are taking that on as well.
Yeah, our other group that does the majority of our estimating, they use it a lot for quantity takeoffs and our estimating purposes, and with integration with Assemble.
Hmm. Okay.
And then we have also just begun to explore the power of the ACC Connect, um, whereby if we save our model on our own BIM 360 site, that can be automatically pushed to our GC's site, so that we've taken that sort of manual push out, and ACC Connect has enabled us to have that workflow be automatic, and we don't have to spend people time on it. We just spend computer resources on it.
That's awesome. Another way that you guys are improving your processes and leveraging the technology even more. And just to
Yeah.
confirm, ACC is Autodesk Connect, right? Which is the
It's
bridge
the
that.
I think it's the Autodesk Construction Cloud Connect, so the
Okay.
ACC Connect, and so it's a bridge, and they're bridging. I guess they can bridge between a lot of different products, but what we've started bridging is our BIM 360 to other people's BIM 360, and the place I know we need to go, but we're not there yet quite yet, is bridging into our plan grid account.
Hmm.
So they tell me,
Yeah.
haven't experienced it yet, that if we post our PDFs to the BIM 360 platform, we can automatically push to PlanGrid and save the project engineering staff having to manually upload all of the PDFs that we're creating for shop drawings.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Meredith, I'm going to shift gears a little bit outside
Okay.
of BIM 360 a little bit, and I appreciate your feedback. It sounds like it's been a tool that is well worth the investment. You guys have got a significant ROI on.
Yes,
Uh,
I don't think we could have done the COVID move home as fast or as smoothly as we did without it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we're happy to hear that as your Autodesk partner that you guys are seeing significant benefit and you're
Yes.
liking what you're getting in return. This is more of just a general question for you, but um, what makes you want to work with Topcon Solutions? As you can buy Autodesk products from different sources, but what do you like working about Topcon? How do we take care of you, and what do you like about working with us?
Well, you personally go above and beyond, because when I
Oh,
send you
thank
an
you.
email, even I send you an email, it says you're out of the office, but if I've called you, you call me back anyway.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Meredith.
So, you guys have a really, really strong customer service relationship, and everybody is very easy to deal with. You hook me up with the right people at Autodesk to get things like ACC Connect rolling. I know Max worked with you more on some of the field stuff, but I don't know so much about that. But that's
Yeah,
our sort of layout branch that I don't have to work with too much. But
sure.
I know that we do also use the your briefcase product um,
Yes.
for integration with bringing spreadsheets and other integrations from there into Revit.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. I do appreciate the kind words you had to say about us. I know we definitely appreciate Conco's business, and
Well,
it's always a pleasure
I
working with
know where you work too. It's just down the street. So.
you. That's right. If something's not going right, you just come right on down the street. Hey, where's Ian at? What's going on? Well, Meredith, this has been really, really helpful. And again, I appreciate all the time that you've spent with us. I know this isn't the first time we've asked to work with you and get your feedback on some of the benefits that you've seen with BIM 360 and how Topcon has been here to support you through it all and help Conco out with different endeavors like this. So we really do appreciate your time and ultimately we appreciate Conco's business.
Well, thank you guys. You do a good job providing the service for us.
Awesome.